They sell you a seat at synagogue, and you don't have a problem with that, even though the seat is not anyone's to sell you. It's free, public, from Hashem. Hashem created the whole world. It's all Hashem's. But you want to say, well, listen, the attendant of the synagogue and the fundraiser of the synagogue and the rabbi of the synagogue and all the people that show up to the synagogue, they collectively own it and it's theirs and they have the right to sell the seat. And I tell you, that's wrong and messed up. And it's just like these Hamasniks that say, we control Gaza, so we're allowed to take all the free aid, murder anyone else who touches it, and then sell this free aid. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. If you, in your synagogue, are taking what God gave you, which is the ability to build a sanctuary for Him, but really for us. Yeah, we are the sanctuary. So it's the synagogue is a temple. It's a vessel for us, but we're the vessel. It's I heard Ariel say today, it's always a dichotomy. It always works both ways. If God created us, then we create God. So I'm just saying, like, dude, I don't think it's right that there's Hamasniks shooting people who take the free food and instead you have to buy the free food from Hamas for exorbitant prices. I don't think that's okay, but I don't think it's either okay that, like, the synagogue I was in this morning had a sign on it, 5 shekels to use the toilet. I'm saying, who is anyone, whether it's the attendant of the synagogue, the fundraiser, the people that pray there, or the rabbi, who are any of them, or even all of them together, who are any of them to charge for the toilet or to charge for a seat in the synagogue like they do? Almost every synagogue does that, at least for the high holidays. But it's generally you pay for the high holidays and that's your yearly membership. Just saying, who are these people? They're taking the free aid, yeah, and they're demanding that you pay them for it. And not only that, if you just try to, come by yourself and you say, I'm not going to pay, I'm just going to come by myself, they're going to shoot you. Like these Hamasniks, they're going to shoot you. They're going to be violent with you. Just saying, I don't see any difference between Orthodox Jews and Hamas. To me, Hamas and Orthodox Jews are the same, at least in this context. Orthodox Jews that privatize all the synagogues, to me, is just as bad as Hamas privatizing the public food aid. If you can't see the connection, then we have to figure out how to make it more practical, because it's a little bit of maybe it's a little difficult to see the exact parallel. So let me just word it again somehow, if we can bring it down and word it. The idea is this. What's wrong with Hamas, what they're doing a lot of atrocities. But what's wrong with the aid is that there's aid that we are giving to them, yeah? We're sending in all kinds of aid into Gaza. And Hamas is taking that aid. They're shooting people if they try to get to the aid before them. If you try to get to that free food aid without going through Hamas, they're going to shoot you. They're going to find you and shoot you. So no one's allowed to get to the aid besides Hamas. And then you have to pay exorbitant prices on that food, which is supposed to be free. The Orthodox Jews do the same thing. They take a temple, a synagogue, which is not theirs. It belongs to God. They lock the doors at night. They kick you out if you don't have a kippah on. They charge for the seats, and some places even for the toilet. And that's just as bad as Hamas. That is Hamas. That is Hamas. Orthodox Jews who privatize their synagogues are the same as Hamas privatizing the free aid. It's something which is not meant to be private. It's something that's meant to be public. And they privatize it. They take ownership of it with a mafia. Most synagogues have a mafia. They have a few, it's a mafia. They run it, the synagogue. And it's not just the synagogue. It's the community that's built around the synagogue. It's all centered around the synagogue, but it's really just a community mafia. I'm saying, if you go into Gaza and you start dissing Hamas, they're going to react the same way as if I went into an Orthodox synagogue and started dissing the rabbi. I would get the same reaction from the Orthodox Jews that I would get from Chamas. You go into an Orthodox synagogue and you diss Hamas, you diss the rabbi, they will react the same way Hamasniks will react if you diss them. If I go to Hamas and I diss their Ayatollah or whatever, they're going to give me a pretty bad reaction. But the Orthodox Jews are going to give me the same exact reaction if I diss their rabbi. Obviously, the problems I'm describing are not exclusive to Orthodox Jews. I'm sure other ethnicity or religious groups, whatever, have similar dynamics and situations. Yeah, don't privatize that which is public. Don't charge entry for participation in a synagogue. Don't look at me funny if I come to eat the food in your synagogue. And I'll take it a step farther. I don't think it's an issue to take money from the charity box in the synagogue. I wrote in a comment recently that I don't advocate it, that I do not advocate it, and that it's been a while. And it's true that it has been a while. I have not taken money from a charity box in a long time. I have not. But I want to change what I said, because I said I don't advocate it. It's not something I advocate for. I take that back. I do advocate it for it. If you need money, I think it's fine to go into a synagogue and take the money. I'm not saying I recommend it, only because if people see you taking money from the charity box, or they check the cameras and all that, they're gonna be pissed at you. They're gonna bring the law against you, which is forbidden. You're not allowed to report a Jew to the law, but they're gonna do it anyway. Even on Shabbos, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? They don't really care to follow the law themselves. They just want to impose it on everyone else. It's all about keeping the control. I've realized, that's why I said yesterday, I think we should all take off our kippahs. No one should wear a kippah anymore, because it's hurting us more than it's benefiting us. You think it's giving you fear of heaven, but it's really fear of the community. And if you don't believe me, take off your kippah and go into a synagogue, and you're going to see how quickly, really, you don't wear a kippah because you're scared of God. No, you don't. You don't give a shit about God. You wear a kippah because you're scared of the community. And that's not healthy. Anyways, I could go on forever, but whatever. Good Shabbos.